Why? How? What were you wearing? Well, perhaps you were asking for it. Well, at least you know he found you attractive. These are a range of the statements that I was given after my assault. According to a recent survey, 1 in 5 women in the UK will be sexually abused or experience sexual abuse at some point in their lifetime. Closer to home, 1 in 3 female students will experience sexual assault or abuse on campus. The impact of sexual assault is profound, life-changing, and traumatic, to say the least, and there is no defining criteria for whom it can happen to. So how can we empower individuals to regain their agency, to make their voices heard, and to lead fulfilling lives? I was sexually assaulted by my best friend at the age of 18. I subsequently threw myself into my studies and created opportunities for myself. I had received a variety of feedback after the event and thought it was best to just suppress it and get on. For my family, it became the elephant in the room. Rape and sexual assault were topics that inspired panic attacks, arguments, and general distress. I moved from leafy Sussex, not dissimilar to the setting in Hot Fuzz, where the police stood outside the local supermarket waiting for someone to steal sweets, to Edinburgh, where I began a master's. However, instead of finding the closure and the safety that I had originally hoped for, I hit rock bottom before seeking help from my local rape crisis centre. I had found my voice. Slowly but surely, I untangled the traumatic threads, acknowledged the elephant, and began to heal, 8 years after the incident. In the UK, 8 years is the average length of time it takes for a survivor to come forward. I was recommended movement therapy, a process by which I work through the trauma physically and psychologically, engaging my body as a whole. My feet, previously lacking in circulation and feeling, began to recognize just how phenomenally painful Lego bricks can be. Through this process, I began to recognize empowerment as an embodied experience, something that came from within me. Now, I can only refer to and draw upon my own experience, but I feel in order to regain agency, it is incredibly important to break down the barriers and to have a conversation. Sometimes it is not about someone having had the same or even a similar situation to you. It is about belief, listening, and a willingness to be present in the room. A willingness from others to acknowledge and to accept the elephants. I believe education to be key to empowerment, especially in the early years. If we can educate our children to make choices, to positively channel and evaluate critique, then they will become more resilient to life's challenges, ensuring confidence, balance, and a strong sense of self. Equally important to education is sexual politics. Due to society's objectifications, survivors are at risk of guilt, shame, and false responsibility. Yet at the heart of sexual politics is sexual consent. Every individual should have a choice and a voice. Moving forward, I'm studying to become a clinical psychologist. I have been fortunate enough to travel the world, to undertake opportunities, and to embark on the path to recovery. Like any serious long-term condition, recovery takes time, determination, and a huge amount of self-care. I have finally recognised and started to implement the need for me time. I attend a choir, keep active with swimming and yoga, and sometimes have a Netflix splurge. These activities help empower me and develop my sense of self. Through finding my feet, I have discovered what empowers me. Through having many a conversation about a range of sensitive topics, I have discovered that listening without judgment or labels is one of the most effective methods of support you can provide. We need to challenge our attitudes towards the notion of responsibility. and develop a better understanding of ourselves. Through listening to my body, I am empowered. Through listening to yours, you are too.